What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today I do have a deck profile. What deck profile, you're asking? The one that's been requested, the Vayu deck profile. This is just my deck profile. It might be like 80% the same as you've seen others, but this is my deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What would you change? What would you do different? Or what don't you like? And then we could go after that. I'll reply to every comment. I'll talk about my side deck and my extra deck and why I use what I use. But please give me feedbacks on the side deck. I feel building a side deck is really hard. But that's just me. So let's get into the deck profile. Obviously, I have 3 Vayus. It's important for Vayu Turbo. That's why it's called Vayu Turbo, right? Really good card. Just beats up. You get to swarm. You get to special summon Armed Wing and Armor Master and Silver Wing. So this is my Black Wing lineup. Soroku is really good because it doesn't have to be a mirror match, but against Black Wings, you drop them, you use this effect, you pump, you do massive damage. You summon Soroku, special summon Gale, and that's an easy 8. If you have brain control or mind control, take control, use Gale, sync. It's just really overpowered, to be honest, in my opinion. And Gale himself is really OP. Runs over Stardust, runs over like Brionic. It runs over a lot of things. Any Monarch. It's crazy, and you cannot bottomless them, so it's like really broken card. And this is an additional tuner, so that way you don't have to just rely on Vayu and the graveyard effect. And I do run one more tuner, but yeah. So this is the lineup for the Vayu engine. Put this right here for now. I have 1 Armageddon Knight. Summon, you get to discard anything. I either choose a Vayu, a Soroku, depending on what's going on in the graveyard. I also pitch Plague Spreader, Necrogardna, any other little tech card that might help me at the moment. So 1 Armageddon Knight. I run 2 Dark Greffers. It's a really broken card. I was gonna run 2 and 2, but I feel like just running 1 Armageddon Knight is really good. It has worked a lot for me. So then 2 Dark Greffers. If you have Soroku, pitch him. If you have Vayu, pitch it. If you have Necro or Necrogardna or Plague Spreader, pitch it. Get rid of it, and you'll be able to use their effect on the graveyard. Plague Spreader, in the ideal world, you would like to summon, sync, and then still use this effect on the graveyard. But if you can't, and you have Dark Greffer and Plague Spreader, you get rid of it, and you get to start, getting your engine going. So I think 2 Dark Greffers is fine. I've seen a build with 3. I don't know about 3, but I'll tell you another reason why I run another card. Obviously, super nimble Mega Hamster, really sick card with 3 Raikos. As you guys know, if they attack, it's 18 defense. Flip, they get the hamster brings out a Raiko, and this is really broken because I get to get rid of anything. I get to possibly mill my engine, and on top of that, I have 2 monsters. I contribute this for Akaias, so it's really good. So I am thinking of running a Lila. What do you guys think? Would you guys run a Lila? I have seen a build with Lila, and I know she's good in the sense of like you get to destroy back row, and it's an additional light. But I know Raiko himself is really good. I usually use 2 per match because I either end up milling one or they get to like destroy it with Kaius or whatever. But Raiko is really good, and 1 hamster. I've seen another build with 2 hamsters. I think this is just fine. 1 Card Trooper. Card Trooper is really good. Can I get bottomless? if they destroy you, draw a card, which is really broken because in Edison or in any card game, if you make your opponent draw cards, that's kind of like a minus. So people do try to Kaius it or try to get rid of them in different ways. If not, I get to draw a card, and on my next turn I draw another card, and it's like that could probably change the duel. Also with the effect of in mill 3, I can mill all the cards that I need. For example, Plague Spreader, Necrogardna, the Sirocco, the Vayu. I could mill many things that will help me. I do run one Plague Spreader and one Necrogardna. Necrogardna, I know some people don't run him, and I do because sometimes I want to save my monster to tribute for Kaius. And because Kaius is really broken, you remove one monster and then you could run over the smaller monster. It's really good. And or sometimes they forget that I have it and they want to go for game, and I'm like, no, not yet. And Plague Spreader, what can I say about Plague Spreader? You sync with anything, your monsters, your opponent monsters. You put a card on top of your deck, special summon it, and synchro again. Plague Spreader is really good. It's really good, especially if you have like if you have a zombie engine and you have Mizuki and you're able to special summon him again, or Zombie Master special summon him again. It's really broken. Plague Spreader is really broken, and yeah, let's move on to one Chaos Sorcerer. I know a lot of people's like, you only run 3 lights and you run a Chaos Sorcerer. Believe me, this is broken because if I don't have a light, but I have a Dark Refer, summon, get rid of it, and actually get something that I need. Or I can discard special and then tribute for Kaius, use its effect. So I don't really just only need him for to special summon and be able to remove. If I'm able to use that ability, it's even better. But he's there for other reasons as well. And also sometimes I side deck Cyber Dragons, and if I side deck 1 or 2 Cyber Dragons, then he's even easier to special summon. So I think 1 is fine. I ordered like a super or ultra rare, I forgot, and it hasn't arrived. I hope, I should check my email now that I think about it. But yeah, Chaos Sorcerer. 1 Dark Arm, self-explanatory why, you know, you have darks. Sometimes you have a lot of darks because this is mainly nothing but darks. But because you get to remove from play, you remove, bam, you reduce it. If you remove this, you remove this. So you're able to control your graveyard, and you're able to special summon Dark Arm really fast. Sometimes they DD curl your Vayu or your Plague, which in a way could kind of help you sometimes. Dark Arm is just really broken, really busted. If I could run it in any deck, I would definitely run this card all the time. Dark Arm is just broken. 1 Gorse, obviously. No Tragodia because I do use my hand a lot, and Gorse is just really good. It kind of is, what can I say? It's kind of bad in a way because I do run continuous trap cards, so this is kind of, you know, not ideal. But again, I could pitch him with Greffer, so he's not just always dead in my hand. And this, a lot of people don't run 3, but I do. 3 Kaius. Why 3 Kaius? Because Kaius is fucking broken, you know? Kaius is just amazing. But also, if I mill 1 or mill 2, I at least know I have the ability to get the other one. If I have 2 in hand and I don't need 2 in hand, I could just pitch it. I'm telling you, with Dark Refer, it's just so broken. If this is your hand and you're like, damn, I don't really need all this right now, so you just summon, pitch. You could do Plague Spreader, you could do Vayu, so you could synchro, you could do other things, and you still have a Caius in hand. So it's like it's not always dead having 3, and sometimes having 3 is better because you come across them even faster. And summoning Caius and using his effect and removing Sangan, Tomato, Shining Angel, Pyramid Turtle, all those searchers, the floaters, it's just broken. Especially the few decks that run like what's that card called? Dandelion? Broken. Really, really, really fucking broken. So it's like it gets rid of a lot of stuff. Even Stardust, Goyo, whatever it is, just bam, you know, it's really good. If you do have 2 in hand, special. Oh, you have Goyo. I don't fucking care. That's what Caius says. I don't fucking care, you know. Caius is fucking broken. So I run 3 of that. I know a lot of people don't run 3, but I do. Moving towards the spell cards, back row hate, I run mystical and heavy. I'm thinking of adding a cold wave, but I just haven't really tested it out. But I'm thinking of running a cold wave because I'm able to like OTK, I'm able to swarm and do a lot of damage, but sometimes the back row kind of hesitates, makes me hesitate. So it's like sometimes cold wave might be better because if I heavy storm and they have starlight road, that might fuck me over. But heavy and mystical, obviously burial from a different dimension. So I can redo Necrogarna, I can redo Plague Spreader. Really broken card. Mid game, if it's late game where you're trying to top deck, stupid card. If it's early on in the game, stupid card. But mid game, it's just perfect. For I guess draw power, I have reinforcement. I get Armageddon Knight or Dark Grepher, Raikou, and I get to mill. It's really good. What I personally like to do a lot of the times, I use charge, I get Raikou, but if I have something else in my hand, I'll set it, because a lot of the times they're expecting Raikou, and I'm like, yeah, that's not Raikou. So they believe my bluff, and once I either tribute it or flip it face up, they're like, ah, damn, I thought it was Raikou. I'm like, yeah, I know. Foolish Burial, you know, that 1-for-1 card that might change the duel. If you need a Sirocco in the graveyard but you don't have it yet, you're like, okay, Foolish, bam, remove special, tribute for Caius. Caius is just fucking broken. Brain Control and Allure. Allure is really good. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you remove a Vayu or a Sirocco, because the other cards that you drew are probably more important. If you have a Chaos Sorcerer and you don't have the light, remove Chaos Sorcerer and you're fine. If you have 3 Caius for whatever reason, remove 1 Caius. It doesn't matter. This is why I run what I run, because I have options that I don't mind removing from play. And Brain Control, you know, take control, tribute, remove, attack, and you just clear 3 monsters. Fucking broken. If you have Gale, take control, summon Gale, sync. Especially if it's a 4, sync, Black Rose, clear the field. Really busted. Really, really, really busted. And moving towards the trap cards. With the trap cards, I run 2 Deep Prisons. Really broken, especially at the few locals I've been going to. A lot of people run Diva Zombies, Diva Heroes, Hero Beat, but you got to remove their water or their heroes, because then their Miracle Fusion is trash. And Deep Prisons are really good for that, and also 1 copy of Bottomless. All these are really good for stuff like that, because they need that in the graveyard, and sometimes they can't. Also for zombies, if they have Gauntlet Zombie and they want to attack, or they're trying to get the search, you just Deep Prison and they don't get shit, you know. So it's really good for Stardust. It's good because it doesn't destroy, it just removes. So some people run 2 and 2. I run 2 and 1. Um, then the common staples: Mirror Force and Torrential Tribute. Really broken cards. What can I say? I don't think I need to explain these. I think most, maybe 90% of the decks run this. I feel like maybe if you run a Monarch deck, like a Treeborn Frog deck, you probably don't run that. But other than that, a lot of people run Mirror Force and Torrential Tribute. I main 2 Oppressions simply because it's busted. I used to run a Skill Drain on this deck because if I'm swarming and I'm just removing and I'm trying to go for game, I don't have to worry about Raikou. I don't have to worry about Diva because, well, this takes over Diva, but like Caius, the Dyna Fossil, the Snowman Eater, I don't have to worry about any of that. Those cards are pretty annoying if I have Skill Drain. But Royal Oppression, if I have Royal Oppression, honestly, I feel like a lot of the times I win the duel. It's really good because a lot of decks, they rely on special summoning and they won't be able to. And 1 Solemn and 1 Trap Dust Shoot. Pretty self-explanatory. Trap Dust Shoot, I used to not like Trap Dust Shoot, to be honest. I started running it, gave it a shot, and if I use it, I don't really care about like, oh, I remove a card from your hand, whatever, blah blah blah. What I really like about Trap Dust Shoot is getting that information, knowing what you have in hand, and especially if you play a first turn, you kind of have an idea what decks they have by just looking at their hand, and you're able to change your play style and most likely win. Side deck or extra? Let's go with extra deck first. Let's go with extra deck first. My Karibo token for Gorge. It's beautiful, and the sleeves are really nice too. They're like angel wings or whatever. So this is just a token. That's why it has a different background than these. Let me put this right here. So I have Magical Android for level 5 and Catastrophe for level 5. Pretty self-explanatory. I think almost every deck runs that. For level 6, I have Brionac and Gorse and Goyo. Again, pretty self-explanatory. I think almost every deck they run these. Then I also have, and put this here, 3 Arm Wings and 2 Armor Master and 1 Ultimate though. Look at this, Ultimate. Sheesh. I don't know if you guys can see it. Ultimate and 1 Silverwind. Silverwind is just really honestly just there because if you can do it, you can do it, and it's 28, which is not bad. But you usually do maybe 2 and 1 in a duel, or maybe you do 3 and 2. You kind of never really see him, but if you do, it's good to just have him, knowing that you're able to do it. He pierces. If he gets synchro summoned without the Vayu effect, he can get destroyed by battle and gives you a token. And I really forgot what he does. It's all out of context. Doesn't really matter. For level 7, Black Rose resets everything and you start a new duel. And what's really good about this deck is that if you're able to special summon Black Rose, clear everything, and you still have your value stuff, you're able to special summon, pop off. You special summon maybe 1 Arm Wing, and then you have the advantage because you have a monster and it's not like a little monster. So that's really good. Thought Ruler is really good. I like to use Thought Ruler a lot. It cannot be enemy, brain control, Book of Moon, mind control. It cannot. It's really good. Sometimes I like to special summon him over Stardust because Stardust effect is beautiful, but you can brain control Stardust and then tribute, but you won't be able to do that with this guy. So this is really good. I feel like super underrated. I feel like a lot of people go for Stardust instead of Thought Ruler, but I like Thought Ruler. Stardust Dragon, Dark End Dragon, and Colossal Fighter. Colossal Fighter, I don't really use them, to be honest, unless if it's like I'm going for game and I know I have a bit of warriors. My opponent has warriors, and this is probably like a 35, 36, and just go for game. Really good. Other than that, like I don't even use Armory Arm, so I can't really do its loop and OTK someone. But yeah. So then going on to the side deck and why I have this side deck. This is the moment of truth. Maybe this is what you guys are waiting for, and this is what I run. I put Fortress on my side deck because I don't have room on my extra deck. So then I run 1 DD Crow, Kaiku. If you guys don't fuck with Kaiku, you guys are tripping, man. Kaiku is fucking broken. They can't Plague Spreader. They can't Miracle Fusion because you can't remove shit from your graveyard to out of play. This is really fucking broken. And on top of that, you do damage, you remove 2. Fuck DD Crow, you remove 2 and you have a monster. This is why I only run 1 of it. But Kaiku is really busted. Really fucking busted. I usually side deck him in, depending on what my opponent is playing. But zombies, Diva, heroes, even Blackwings because of their Blizzard, Vayu Turbo, Frogs, you name it. He just helps. He's fucking broken. Super underrated card. I might get him max rarity just because that's how broken he is. 2 Fossil Dyna. Really good. Especially because almost everyone special summons. So it's like they think they won and I'm just like, alright, I'll set, go for it. And they're like, okay, attack. Fuck your shit up, homie. Fossil Dyna is really good. I'm gonna lay them out like this. This is my 2 Cyber Dragons. Again, special tribute Caius. Special tribute Caius. Remove Chaos Sorcerer. Really fucking busted. Really good card. And if people are side decking Cyber Dragon, you can go for Chimera Tech Fortress. So it's really good. For spells, I do Soul Release and 2 Noblemans. If I feel like they're running Dandy, Nobleman is really good. Zombies, Nobleman is good. Soul Release just broken. I feel like a lot of decks in Edison do count on their graveyard a lot, especially the Dragon Turbo, Dragon Beatdown, whatever it's called. You fuck them up. Monarchs, you fuck them up. Zombies, you fuck them up. So if you do if you side deck this in, like maybe like this, or maybe even this, it's broken. This is like Exodia right here. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. This is like Exodia right here. You draw this, you pretty much won. And if you didn't win, then you gotta quit. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, this is what I have. And then Starlight Road. I usually just side deck this in for Blackwings because of their Icarus attack. Other than that, honestly, I tried mating one and I just never liked it. It was usually just dead or a bluff. It was never really good for me. I know a lot of people have used it, but for me, it's just a no-go. For lights, if I'm going against Light Sworns or Fairies, Light Imprisoning Mirror is fucking busted, and they know they need to get rid of it 100%. And the other 2 cards that I feel like a lot of people don't use in their side deck, and I haven't seen it, and I think they're really busted, it's 2 decrease. If I main 2 decrease, I take away my gores because obviously, and maybe like 3 trap cards. A lot of people are back row heavy. They're counting on their bottomless, on their deep prison, on their mirror force, on their torrential. They're just really counting on that. But if you decree, you don't have to worry about shit, you know. And because this deck swarms, you just fucking swarm and you go for the win. So this is the deck profile. I don't know if anyone enjoyed it or if anyone is gonna view this, but yeah, this is my deck profile, my Vayu Turbo deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. And I'll be making a Diva Zombie Hero deck profile because that's the deck I'm gonna be running at this 60 player tournament. Peace.